Well, howdy everybody. My name's Todd. I'm with Todd's Amazing Tours, and I'm doing something new. This is actually the first episode that I'm doing this. I'm trying this. And gosh, I don't know if it's going to take off or not. You can see very informal. I'm here on my property. You can see the background. Don't get too distracted by my goats back here. But I'm doing something new. I'm going to share with you emails. I'm not going to say the name of the guest that sent me the email, but I thought it would be kind of cool to know where they live on the planet, because we get emails from all over the planet. So that's kind of cool to know they from the UK or Croatia or wherever they are. It's kind of neat to know. So this is from John, and John happens to live in the UK. Hey Todd, I wanted to start off by saying I love your website. John, I love it too. Now, there's a lot of work that could be done on it, but I appreciate that. My wife and I must have watched your videos 4 or 5 times. LOL. Careful, John. If you watch them too often, you start forgetting things a little bit faster. I think it's like it brings on early onset Alzheimer's. So be careful with that. That goes for everybody else too. My family is heading out to Arizona between the holidays. He means between Christmas and New Year's. We'd like to go to the Grand Canyon. I can help you with that. I've looked around online, and after crunching the numbers are huge these days. You're a bit more expensive. This is what he wrote here. Well, you're right. Let me go on. I've read your reviews. They're all excellent. Again, I think as a company, the way we have it structured, it's really hard for us to screw up. Obviously, we're all awesome at what we do, but I mean, not having an itinerary and just kind of going where the guests say, that sounds fun. It's pretty easy. Let's see here. I need a little nudge to spend the extra money. Told you, I've read this about 100 times and it still makes me laugh. Can you give me a little nudge? LOL. Here's the reality of it, John from the UK and everybody else that's out there. The economy sucks. It sucks. And it's affecting small businesses like me. I'm not a huge transportation company. There are huge transportation companies in Arizona. I'm not one of them. So when there's a spike in anything related to my business, then I can only absorb so much. The last almost 3 years has been a major kick in the head. I've done everything I can to sharpen my pencil and figure out how much I can trim from here and there. And I did that for quite a while. Even pre-pandemic, I thought it was almost a conspiracy to wipe out the little guy like me by raising prices on everything, like insurance, things I need, like insurance. My insurance, whether the economy is strong or not, like it is now, it's in the toilet right now, but it doesn't matter. They've always raised my insurance rates. 10%, sometimes 15, 20. And when you're talking about $30,000 to $40,000 a year for my insurance, you can see how 10 or 15% can really, it's hard. And I got to pay up front most of the time. And so that's like one big chunk of cash coming out of my pocket all at once. So when things like that happen, now, of course, it's fuel costs. I've had guests go, well, Todd, I think fuel is coming down. Not at the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's 5 hours from Vegas. It's 5 hours from Phoenix. It's, if you're coming from Utah, major city there is Salt Lake City. It's like 8 hours from there. There's no place close to get to the Grand Canyon. And so when they put a gas station out there in the middle of nowhere, then you can imagine gas prices are going to reflect that. And we have to fuel up about halfway through. And so I tried to absorb it for a long time, but I don't. So now I do have a fuel surcharge. I had to put it on there. My insurance this year, I was notified my insurance is going to go up 15%. So, and I got to come up with that, around the first of the year. So I got to compensate for that in my trips. My guides need to be paid a fair wage. and they're the best on the planet. So I'd be doing them an injustice if I didn't do that. So there's a lot of things that go into my vehicles. They're all luxury vehicles. If you've seen the website, you know I even have a Maybach, $185,000 car, sitting around waiting for you. So book it, it's great. It has reclining rear seats with, you know, basically it's a lounge chair or kind of recliner. You can put your feet up, massage, the whole 9 yards. But those cost money too. And I've chosen to go that route, the ultra luxury route. And so I can't really sit here and complain about how much those vehicles cost me, but I have to put that into what I charge. So that's kind of where it comes down to. Excuse me. I would really love to be able to slash my rates and go, hey, new lower rates, and pass that on to you and still be able to keep my doors open. But the reality is this economy is horrible. We all know that. Here in the Phoenix area, it's just as crappy as everywhere else in the country, the planet. A lot of my international guests, they're dealing with their own inflation issues, their own currency issues. It's a mess. I understand that. But if I lower my rates anymore, offering what I offer, I wouldn't be in business, and I just can't do that. So the answer, John, from the UK is hopefully that's it. I can't. My rates are what they are. Now, if I get a break anytime soon, which would be wonderful, I would definitely pass that on. I don't want to overcharge my guests. I don't want to overcharge you. I want you to get a fair, wonderful, once-in-a-lifetime experience at the lowest price that I can possibly offer. So, the nudge. Yes, you're going to pay more. That's kind of why. But here's the difference between hiring us or the normal shuttle transportation company. And they're out there. They sell by the seat. You can find there's a company in town. I'm sure because of inflation and stuff, I don't know what they're charging, but it's always somewhere a little north of $200 per seat. If you're okay with being in a shuttle versus a luxury vehicle, and you're okay with having a set itinerary, so you might have to transport yourself to their pickup location if they're not picking up where you're staying, getting onto the shuttle at a fixed time, seeing a fixed amount of stuff along the way, because they can't have a custom itinerary like we do, or just a loose itinerary or no itinerary. They have to keep on a time schedule, seeing the things they want you to see, not having any input on what you see, and leaving at a very specific time. Even if you want to stay an extra 30 minutes, that's not on the table. And then of course you have to come home in the shuttle. If you're okay with that, then that's definitely something everyone should look at. But that's not the way we operate. We operate, as I state on the website, we are a private charter company. We pick you up where you're staying. We confirm with you that you would still like to see the Grand Canyon. You can change your mind at that point and take yourself anywhere you want to go, and we'll be happy to take you there and give you a ton of information about what you're looking at, because my guides are very knowledgeable. But we'll stop on the way at various stops. Our guides will work with you to create this really cool, totally 100% unique to your group charter for the day. When you get up to the Grand Canyon, if you want to linger, if you want to move along faster, I mean, really, it's up to you. If you want that kind of experience, that's the nudge. That's what you're going to want to look hard at when you're comparing to all the other options that are out there. And I'm not saying the other options are bad. I'm not. I know that not everybody can afford us. But if you think that you're kind of on that edge and you're kind of wondering, well, I really want to do this, and when am I ever going to get back to the Grand Canyon, which a lot of my guests say, and I really want to make it special for my family, for my group, whatever it might be, my significant other, if you're going to take the sedan, it's just the two of you. If that's what you want to do, then we're perfect for it. But yeah, we're not the least expensive out there. And hopefully I explained that in this video. I didn't want to drag on this long, but I did. And I'm outside, and I know that I have a hat on because it's Arizona. You'll see it when you get here. It's sunny. I didn't want to scorch my retinas while I was out here. So I love you, but come on. I gotta protect my eyesight from the sun. But anyway, if you do have any questions on a serious note, please let me know. Text message is always, the number you see on the website is always the best way to get me, because you're catching me pretty much 24/7 there. If I can, I will get back to you really quick. If you email me, I will too, but you know, that kind of goes in my email and I don't always check it on a regular basis, whereas my phone, I check it all the time. I live on that thing. So there you go. Thanks for enduring it to the end of the video. I promise I'll try to make the other videos shorter. No promises. What am I promising that for? I'm like this. I'm a guy. I'm a jabberjaw. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening, morning, middle of the day. Until the next video, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.